Doing the most with Scarlet and Mitchell. Dig down the door, talking life, love, the wild and absurd. Saying what you're thinking, no filter, just words.
Do we actually, we still kind of do filter what we say. I'm just saying. The song says talking life, love,
Laugh a little louder, spill
and something else, and the absurd.
Grocery store scenes.
Grocery store scenes. I can't think of a recent one. However, welcome back.
Oh.
Yeah.
My Costco experience.
Oh, with, that guy. Here we are. Episode 35 of Doing the Most with Scarlet and Mitchell. I am not Scarlet.
You're Scarlet?
I am not Scarlet. And you're not Mitchell. But we are back. Look at this. Just doing our thing here in our lovely little studio. Which, by the way, there's a camera. There's another camera up there. That one that's blinking red and blue.
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
I finally did a time lapse of me setting this place up.
Oh.
So we'll see how that comes out.
Okay.
If it's even exciting. It's probably not. Nothing's exciting. The little short videos that I put out for this on the platforms are kind of exciting. YouTube, there were some comments. I'm not reading them. I'm just saying there were some shorts comments on your steel plate in the roadway commentary. Some people were implying you were following other people too close. Some people were like,
yeah, I don't really understand that.
the suspension will ruin your car, or your car is like, you're going to ruin your car and your tires.
It's like they didn't even listen to the whole. Well, they didn't.
No, they just
listened
clip.
to the short.
Yeah, which doesn't really paint the whole picture.
You're right.
Which is fine. Oh, which reminds me, I didn't even have this on my list. We are in episode 35. A little, what is it? There was another episode, I couldn't think of it. When you're trying to make an errata or correction for a previous episode, like they do in the paper, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then my brain is now literally thinking like, what's the name of the word for the term when you make a correction? Doesn't matter. Last time, and I feel like, call me out, folks. I referred to the drug sacubitril, and I was thinking that was the one with caffeine for headaches.
Yeah.
It is not. It is actually, I think it pair it sometimes with valsartan, so I think it's like a blood pressure sacubitril. It's not the headache one. That's butalbital, which is also, you know what I'm talking about when I say butalbital?
No.
Okay, butalbital was the one I was thinking of or trying to think of, and I said
Okay, well, I'm glad because I bet people were going to call you out on that.
They were listening to episode 34 and they were like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. He just said sacubitril was for headaches and had caffeine when he meant butalbital.
Okay.
Clearly.
All right.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry, everybody. So if you ran out and got a prescription of sacubitril for your headaches and your doctor, he was like, you mean butalbital. He was right. I was wrong. That's not the first time. So I don't know. That's because I listened to the old episodes because I'm combing through to make these these clips, these wonderful little clips that I put out, and then people eat them up and they make comments and they never watch or listen to the podcast, which is fine. And if you're watching the podcast on YouTube, you would see I don't know did we plan? I was going to change my overall.
I was in the garden.
Me too.
And it's just convenient.
Mine are dirty and filthy, and I was like, I should change them before I go into the studio. And then I was like, we should just get the episode recorded because that's what we do on this day at this time. So you're wearing a wonderful rose-colored pair of Carhartt overalls, and I'm wearing the men's version.
Yeah.
And this is what we do, people. We were in the garden. You were chickening. I was gardening. How are you feeling about that? Wait a minute. Since the last episode, was the chicken coop done?
No.
Oh, so I mean, that's kind of a big update, folks.
Yeah.
If you're following along with us because we are doing the flippin' most, the chicken coop completed. Mm-hmm. Today, you even went so far as it completed, and then the chickens moved in. Then it took them a couple nights, but then they figured it out. They go into the
Nobody
coop.
told me, which, whatever. Who would have told me?
I don't know, TikTok.
Yeah.
Something.
The next obstacle would be getting the chickens into the coop at night. They have a run. There's a run connected to the coop.
Yeah.
That's all
fenced in.
It's
the yard.
Caged in. Whatever.
It's where they go and they pump iron and get like tattoos maybe and plan on.
It's their playpen during the day.
Yeah.
But chickens are stupid. So like at nighttime, the first couple of nights, I was having to herd them into the coop, and I was just like, oh my goodness, if I'm going to have to be doing this every night.
Yeah.
Or at least,
I already don't see you that much because of originally because all your time cooping or chickening, farming. I don't know what you call it. I call it, I never see you anymore. But I do now that you've got the.
Oh, now that they're out there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm not so like,
Yeah. The garage doesn't smell like a chicken coop anymore. Yeah. So it's been a nice move. It came out. Yeah. I should take a picture and put it on our Instagram post.
It's so cute. Wait, I'm so proud. I'm so glad it's done. Mm-hmm. It was a labor of love, but also of rage because I was convincing myself I still loved you through my rage. Yeah. And we had like 3 solid days off, 4 solid days off.
It's a blur. My summer's pretty much over, and I don't have an egg.
And I was just like, we're just gonna churn through this, and we're getting it done. Like move-in date is Thursday. And then Thursday we were like churning, and I think we were both feeling the crushing, just like. And you went and got like the 3,000 pounds of gravel, and we were. Yeah. I didn't realize how much work it would be. Oh. Just like filling in the area with gravel, and then,
I knew it would be. I just, I'm not saying I knew it. I just like, that's my overactive brain where I can see all the steps, and I'm often overestimating or under. But
I think this is just my lack of life experience where I haven't taken a lot of projects on in my life. So you were like, wow, you think painting a chicken coop and you want to paint a whole house. And I'm like, you were right. I hate this.
I feel like many projects are that way. The initial, this is exciting. We're going to paint some stuff or whatever it is. And then like a day in or 2 hours in, whatever it is, you're like, oh, wow, this is like the fun quickly wore off. And now it's the work settles in, which we can stand back now and go, look at this. This is a wonderful chicken coop. It's decorative. It's got the rainbow roof. And even my mother, she said, oh, it looks like the house, the old Whiteley Ross place. And I said,
inspired by,
yeah. So, and there's even green, So, So it's glad that it's nice that it's done. What are you seeing? I saw you decorated. What are you seeing? Like some next step projects there? I feel like here's what I already have a list in my head of things that I don't want to have to do, but I'm feeling like I'll be doing. What are you thinking for the chicken coop?
For the chicken coop?
Yeah.
What else needs to be done?
Well, for me, because I'm this way, I'm foreseeing some sort of a watering system or auto filler, or even simply like a hose that goes in that you can fill from outside of the coop. I've already started percolating and engineering it in my head using some old chest tube silicone tubes that I have in the garage. I knew I saved 30 feet of chest tubes for a reason. If you're not a nurse, don't ask what a chest tube is.
I haven't even thought of that.
I was like, ooh, I could bore a hole in the lid. I can run the silicone tube through the chicken fencing, and then put some sort of adapter, either a bucket that you could fill out and then would fill in using gravity, or an adapter for the hose thing. I've already been kind of contemplating, because I feel bad when you're crawling in there to try to fill the water.
It could be worse. But yes, some people do. We can talk about this later. They have if they have a deck above, which we do, they have a 5-gallon bucket, and they have it configured where it's like, oh, we just fill up the 5-gallon bucket and it gravity fills to the blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Whatever. I'm not quite there yet.
Okay.
The next step is going to be like, how are we going to go away in August and set them up for success?
Right. So we have some time to trial some things and see how that works out.
Yeah.
This is Homesteading. Welcome to the Homesteading podcast. I'm your host, Homesteader Albert, and
that's his middle name, by the way.
Along with the Homesteader Beth over there,
Mitchell Albert,
or Lizzie over there. So that's what I'm seeing. Gardening wise, man. Okay, today I was doing gardening stuff. I don't want to be, but I am. I'm doing it. Because I'm like, oh, we've got all these plants that I started from seeds, and now I got to put them somewhere. Otherwise,
and you keep starting more seeds.
I know, because I'm like, oh, well, in July, you should be starting, and it's you sending me these things. I am over all of it, yet I was planting some more stuff, because I have so many tomato plants that are never going to come to maturity, probably, and now I don't know what I'm doing anymore, and I'm putting in more irrigation that we have. So we don't have to water. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Like, this becomes a lifestyle almost. Like, in my head, I was out there thinking, is this my new life? Is this what I want to do in my life? Am I just walking around in rubber boots and overalls, watering stuff and, like, dragging around a wagon and a wheelbarrow? I don't know. Not sure. So, what about you? What's your new life like?
Well, gardening and chickening. Okay. So,
will it wear off? Are you concerned?
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do in the wintertime.
I know what I'll be doing. I'll be eating 9 trillion zucchinis and squash, apparently. If they all come to maturity, or if they all ripen, whatever the correct term is, if they're ready for harvest. Okay, really, let's not make this all about chickens. What else is? It is the recording of this is July, and it'll come out in July, folks. Summer is in full swing. It's like July and June 21st.
Like the last 5 days have been 50-degree weather,
cold and miserable. Yeah,
in Oregon.
So what has been on your mind other than chickens and gardening? Anything? It's not a trick question. I was just kind of like, no.
Well, there are some things that I can't really talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And
because I'm here?
Well,
do you want me to leave for a while?
No.
I'm going to leave the studio. You go ahead and you can just talk.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's the upcoming pending birthday. Again, it seems every year it's the same day for our son, yet it's sort of stressful, but not really. But like, because there's still some time, but like, part of me is like, he's going to be 5. Yeah. How much does he care?
I think we talked about it.
Oh, yeah, we did come up with a plan. That's what we had a plan.
Solid.
Okay, good plan.
We just got to figure out some gifts that are not going to consume a lot of space.
He has, yeah.
I know.
I was thinking of getting him a rabbit hutch. Is that what they call it?
I don't know.
You store you raise rabbits outside.
Oh.
Well, which speaking of, this totally reminds me. I had the weirdest dream. Last night I had the weirdest dream. Like, I went out, and in the dream there was like a couple cats, random cats on the deck, and I was doing that like, I need to get my gun. I need my gun to protect our land here, right? So in my dream I have a gun, and it's just like a BB gun, and I'm like, oh, there's these cats, and they run off, and then in the yard I see like there's some bigger animals, and I try to shoot one of them, and it just hits it, and it looks at me, and I can't remember if it was like a monkey, but then there was like a giant cougar. I think this was inspired by what I saw in the show in Cape Fear. There was a big old cougar back there, and this BB gun wasn't doing anything, and it was just very like, the dream escalated to more and bigger, larger animals in the backyard, and I was defenseless, and it was nighttime, so it was not a good dream. But anyway, speaking of the rabbits in the yard, so.
Wow. Okay.
So obviously this is helping me not sleep better, this whole backyard zoo, but it's coming along. It's coming along.
It is coming along.
So we got a birthday coming up. What else? I don't know. Work, vacation. Oh, I know what you're talking about that you can't talk about, but that's okay. It suddenly dawned on me, but that's fine because you can't.
Yeah.
What else though? I mean, what's in our summer? Kind of like we're not going anywhere. I mean, we are later in August. We're going somewhere, but I mean, like, we're not doing a plan that we have, and I don't know. Does that bother you? Do you think to yourself, because I'm saying this, listen, folks, we used to be kind of like off and on. We did Sun River, and just because we did something like more than once doesn't make it a usual thing, but it was kind of every other year, well, for 2 years, right? Was that the amount of times we went to Sun River? 2 years.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And it was like kind of a thing in the whole family, but then other things happened. I don't know what. Like life got busy. I would like to be a family that does family vacations. Have we talked about this before? You grew up, we've already probably talked about Gatlinburg. I can name on one hand my family vacations.
Really?
Growing up, yeah.
Oh.
And they weren't even a full family. And sorry, Mother, if I'm missing some, I apologize. So memorable. So a family vacation that I didn't go on when we lived in West Germany as a kid is they left me behind and they all went up to London, England.
Who'd you stay with?
John, a friend of mine. I mean, he had family too, but.
How old were you?
Well, it was I was Max's age, roughly 3 or 4. Which now I kind of want to ask my mom, like, why? Here's my.
Sorry.
Here's my memory of it.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, man, I don't know of any parent. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know people who would be like, hey, here's my kid for a weekend. Me and Mitchell are gonna go. Different times.
Well, they took my sister and brother.
Yeah.
They left me behind. I'm sure it's because I was the baby and it was probably like we don't really.
Wait, is John a kid?
Yeah. He was
with
my
parents.
age.
You stay with his parents.
Yeah. So we went. I stayed. So here's how I remember it. The sale being, hey, you can go with us on a boring long car ride up to England. Or you can stay with your best friend, John. And I was probably like, oh, man, I'm going to stay with John. John had, I remember he had a stretch. Oh, no, what's the name of that character? It was a rubber toy.
Yeah.
Stretchins?
I don't know.
Stretchy Jimkins, something like that. He had that stretchy toy that was like, you could stretch him. And then he had like a bed that was kind of elevated. But it wasn't like had like the drawer. I remember John. And that's where I stayed while they went up there. So that was a vacation I didn't go on because they didn't want to drag me along. I'd love to know the other side of that.
Huh.
Was it like you know what? It was just a little too much money to take a fifth wheel, Maybe it was, I don't know.
Or how about just nothing's really that fun with
a 4-year-old? Fair enough. I can openly say I get it, right? You guys were like, we want to have a decent time in England. So I don't have my picture with the beef eater or, like any of that jazz. Okay. And I don't even know how long the trip was. That I would like to know. Because in my mind, what if it was like, oh yeah, that was 2.5 weeks they were gone. Or was it like, I don't know, they were up in England for 3 days and came back. I don't know. I would like to know the end of this story. Mother, I know you hear these. I need to find this. Okay. Vacations that I do remember. We did go, is it a vacation? We went and visited family from Missouri to Ohio, I think. Didn't we?
So you went to Ohio.
Yeah, but I don't remember. We went there, we did Easter there with my cousins. Yeah. Did we travel there? I mean, obviously, okay. Sorry. Now I'm trying to remember because we went through Ohio when we were leaving the United States and we came back. I think when we came back to the United States, when we were out of country for 3-4 years. I'm not sure. Let me get to ones I actually remember. When I was in Missouri, we went to everyone but my father. Did my brother go? I don't think my brother went either. See, not a family vacation. We went by train, me, my sister, my mom, to California to visit her friend Cheryl. Hung out. Cheryl owned like a motel. We went to Disneyland, I think.
That sounds fun.
Oh, did we? We went to Laguna Beach. I remember because I was so excited. This is a classic kid thing. I had a pair of new swimming trunks, and I think they were branded Laguna. So that was exciting for me to wear swimming trunks called Laguna to Laguna Beach, California. I don't know if we went to Disneyland at that point.
Okay.
Well, maybe. Okay, there's that trip. And then I went on a trip with just my mom from New Mexico all the way up to Salt Lake City, and I did get to go like the water parks there and did some stuff at Seven Peaks Water Park with my cousin. And there was that trip, but it was just me, my mom, and then we took she went with some other lady and her kid. I think she drove and they dropped them off. They didn't come back with us, so that was a vacation. I'm drawing some blanks.
Wow. It's kind of sad.
As an adult, we did do Disney World, but that was as an adult. So I'm talking about childhood vacations.
Well, is this how Max is going to feel?
I don't know. I mean, okay, but I have lots of good memories. I'm just saying, like, I didn't grow up with that annual family vacation that some folks did. And I'm probably forgetting something, but what I'm saying is it was not customary routine vacationing in my family.
Yeah.
Now, yours, you went to Gatlinburg every...
Well, it rotated for a while. So it was Myrtle Beach one year, and then the next year we would go to Gatlinburg, Myrtle Beach, Gatlinburg, Myrtle Beach, Gatlinburg. And then my dad was like, I don't like the beach. He doesn't know how to swim. He hates water. He doesn't even like when water hits him in the face in the shower. He starts like hyperventilating. He's so neurotic, I swear. Like
him and my dad would be perfectly fine never getting in a pool or body of water.
Yes. Yeah. Like, but I guess that was something that was passed down from like because his dad and mom and all of his 6 sisters. My dad is like the only boy of like 6, children.
5 or 6, yeah.
I don't even... can't even remember counting. But and every year they would go to the beach, Myrtle Beach, I guess. I don't know. And my papa was the same. He was the same way. They would stay in some roach motel. He didn't like the ocean or swimming.
Right.
I don't know what they would do. And they were fundamentalists at that time. So the girls had to wear like skirts, and
right.
This is getting crazier the more that
say it out loud
talking. But I think they would be allowed to wear a swimsuit, I remember my aunts telling me like we would have to wear skirts, and like we would get in the ocean and we wouldn't be allowed to we would have to wear swimsuits, but wear our like long skirts over our swimsuits. And I think he loosened up a little bit and this is like Baptist fundamentalist, not LDS, FLDS or whatever, which would be your side of the fundamental. The fundamental.
Fun. They put fun and fundamental, by the way.
So anyway, I guess my dad kind of picked up that tradition, and we started doing that because my dad does nothing original.
Right.
And then eventually, he was like, I don't even like doing this. And every single vacation, him and my mom would just get into like huge arguments. Like I don't remember a single one where it was like enjoyable, where me and my brother were like, this is so great. We're having like the best time. I remember when they were fighting. I remember when my dad lost his wallet and he was making everybody miserable because I think he eventually found his wallet, but he thought he had left his wallet all the way back in North Carolina. It was a 5-hour drive to the coast.
And he was willing to do it just to get the wallet.
Yeah. And eventually he found his wallet in the car and the floorboard, something. His wallet turned up, but he was freaking out. So of course we're just kids. We're thinking like we're never gonna get home. Like we're broke. Like how are we gonna get home? We're not gonna have gas. And he's freaking out, and we're freaking out now. How are we gonna eat? I just don't remember a single vacation. And we always stayed in hotels. So like one year when I was older, and in college, I was like, hey, why don't we do something different for once? And let's rent a house in Gatlinburg.
Right.
And like up in the mountains, and we can, and we can just drive our car down. We can park on the street. We can, blah. But you know what? He complained the whole time because he was like, I like staying in the hotel where you can just walk out on the street and you can just walk to breakfast, or you can just walk to a restaurant and blah, blah, blah.
And he found a reason
to complain and to not, to have an excuse to go back to his same old ways.
And you're like, and I love a hotel where I can sit on the bed.
Exactly.
Or I can sit on the other bed.
Oh, it's so boring. Like I can never, and we've talked about this because we were just talking about this yesterday. I can never go somewhere for more than 2 days and stay in a hotel. I can't do it. I can't and will not do it.
It's just because the cost there would be to get a suite that has more than just beds would be more than just getting an Airbnb or something more cool and kitschy or whatever. Yeah. Well, real quick question. Does your dad wear shorts ever?
No.
Okay.
His legs are so white.
Yeah, my dad doesn't
every
wear
now
shorts.
and then he would put shorts on or swim trunks.
Yeah.
Every now and then. And I remember just being like so
everyone real uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like you're a kid and you just feel so embarrassed. So much shame.
Oh, but it's just swim trunks.
You know what I mean? I know, but like you're a kid, and my mom too, she has like really bad stretch marks from her pregnancies, but she would wear bikinis. And I remember kids like pointing and laughing. And
the things that
and like as a kid you absorb that.
Right.
Like your humiliation.
Perspective is different. Your lens of what
right. And I just remember being like, oh, why can't you just wear a freaking one piece? Like, it's not that hard.
Right.
Like,
oh.
I know.
But it's okay now.
It's what's okay.
I'm just saying, like,
well, I don't know. I don't talk to my mom. And we.
Oh, this is how this is panned out.
I know. But this is, okay. This is like not, I'm going to do a little side topic here because.
Ding, ding, ding. Side topic.
Yes, because now that we're talking about our parents, that we were talking at work the other day about calling our fathers, people who still call their fathers daddy.
And I never called my father daddy.
Okay.
Dad, but I never called him daddy.
And here's the thing. I have a confession.
Yeah.
Because you know I do.
Yeah, you still call him. You and Clay refer to him. You'll say like,
as daddy.
Daddy's. Yeah. Well, and then Daddy said, if y'all was coming down and like.
Because, okay, hear me out, people. Please don't judge me. Like, I really think this is a Southern thing.
Yeah, it has to be.
I think this is a Southern thing because my dad called his dad daddy until the day that he died. It was more like daddy. It was like more
daddy.
Daddy.
That's how your brother says daddy.
Daddy. You know.
Yeah.
Meemaw called Papa Joe daddy. Daddy, you want anything to eat, daddy? Which that to me is like very Southern.
Yeah.
Like your Meemaw calling your Papa daddy. Which now that if I called Mitchell daddy, it is. Everybody gets uncomfortable depending on the situation.
Now mother.
Okay, but like, right. I would not do that. But like in the South, in like the deep South, it's different. It's like culturally accepted. So for me now, even now, to call my dad, I can call him dad in this context talking about him, but if he were here and I was like talking to him and I were to just call him dad, it would make me physically uncomfortable.
That would be weird sounding to me.
It would be because it's like, that's not ever what I call him. Like he is daddy to me. Like that's what I know how it sounds. I know.
It's okay. But it is true. Whereas I've never referred to my dad, even as a kid, to my knowledge, I was never like, hey, daddy. To me, that feels weird to be like.
Well, and you call your dad Jim.
I know.
And you call your mom Sue, but you do sometimes call her mom. But then we were talking about this with Annika last night. You're like, well, when I'm around my dad, I call him dad. And we were like, no, you don't call him anything. Like we only ever hear you call him Jim. But I would never call my dad Mark. I would probably call him Mark before I would call him dad.
Right.
That is how uncomfortable and wrong it feels.
Right.
To call him dad instead of daddy.
And you call your mom mama.
No. Mom. Yeah. So I do call her mama.
Right. Because I know Clay. I always think of it. I hear your brother's voice anytime I think. Because he'll be like, well, mama said, daddy wasn't coming because y'all,
And my dad calls his mom mama.
Right.
My Papa Joe called me mama. Like they called each other daddy and mama. Like.
Yeah. It's Southern.
It's like very Southern.
But it is strange how when you go like, because like I've never called my mom mommy. that I know of.
Well, my mom tried to. I remember this. My mom tried to hardwire me and Clay to call her mommy.
Yeah.
For a very long time. She wanted us to. We started saying mama. And when we started saying that, she would correct us, and she was like, "You call me mommy," and I started being like, "I'm not calling you that." Like,
you're not changing your name, mommy woman.
She wanted us to call her mommy. I don't even want Max to call me mommy. Like when they're like a little baby.
Yeah,
like,
I mean
that's cute.
Daddy, mommy, that's
mommy. But like now that he's 5, he calls me mom.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever heard him call me mama. That's like a easy baby thing to say.
Right.
I don't think I've ever heard him call me mommy.
Yeah, I don't know if
the more I say it, the weirder it sounds.
I don't think he's. I mean, we'll refer to each other to him that way. Like you might go, "Hey, go talk to daddy.
Go talk to mommy." Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right. That is very true. Yes.
But I don't know that he says, "Hey, daddy."
He doesn't say it. Yeah.
Dad. Yeah. It is interesting because I've never been a mommy or daddy that I know of.
Yeah. So, like, and
what was the consensus at work? Was there any other Southern people who were like, yeah, that's how?
There were no other Southern people there because the only other person that I can think of would be Matt, and he's from Kentucky, but he wasn't there. I don't know anybody else who I work with who's like from the South.
Right.
So it was so uncomfortable for me because I had just confessed to Laura that I still call my dad daddy.
Yeah.
And then somebody else kind of came up in the conversation. They were like, "Oh, I would never call my dad daddy." And Laura just kind of looked at me and I was like, and I'm just like, and I'm sitting there in just such shame. But I'm just like, I can't change. I'm not going to change it. I can't.
No,
It's hardwired in me. It is what it is.
It's just, but it is an interesting topic to think about. Like, and what Max is just learning through example, right? Or through, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, well, okay.
Yeah.
Your side topic, well received. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, family vacations looping back around.
Well, no, I always have to tell my mother, I don't have regret about not having family vacations because I didn't know any better. And we did do things like when we lived in Missouri, we would go to the big amusement park, Worlds of Fun. You know, like we'd drive there and then do that and come home. So we did like things. We just didn't do the trip where you go and you stay and you do all that. Not until I was an adult. So I guess the question in my head is like, how do we want Max? You know, well, not that we're doing these things for Max per se, but like, what kind of family do you want to be? And he's been to Arizona twice.
He still talks about
it. Right,
it.
And he refers to
obviously
the other
a
house.
core memory.
Right, so it's like, to me, I'm like, oh, it's kind of important to kind of do these things.
That's true.
And we talked about with the birthday, how more important that it's, that we are like, he may or may not recognize it at this age, but it's more important, or we think it's more important to have memories and experiences than to have stuff.
I'm not a party person, people. I'm not a party person. I'm not going to be inviting a bunch of strangers from his school and be like, let's surround myself with a bunch of parents I don't know. And
have
that's
awkward conversations.
That's just not my
I don't
thing.
have...
I'm never going to do it. I don't go to a church, so I don't have that community to invite. Because growing up, there was always like a church community that my parents had where it'd be like, oh, we're throwing Scarlet a birthday.
Right.
We know all the parents of the kids. We all go to church together. Yeah. You know. And then, or I'm on a softball team. We know all the parents and invite the softball team, blah, blah, blah. We don't have that community yet. I'm not going to force that. It's only going to make me uncomfortable and grumpy.
We'll ever have that community.
So,
okay.
Maybe in sports in the future or music or whatever
it
is he takes to.
Yeah, one of those families where you're like, oh, all the kids of the XYZ. Sure. I mean, I don't feel like we're robbing him on the birthday part without birthday parties. I mean, I do remember having some as a kid. Oh, excuse me. We already talked about how your mom was a birthday party mom.
Yeah, and I don't even remember my birthday parties because I feel like they were more for like the adults.
Yeah.
To congregate and talk.
Strangely, it's like in my head. Well, now anyone who's there's a group of you are getting offended by this. I get it. That's okay. That's part of the podcast. We're like, how dare you? But part of me is like, was the idea that you're just looping in more presents? I don't think that's the only reason, but for me, that gives me more anxiety to think about inviting a dozen kids over. And now I'm like, oh, I would, if I ever did a birthday party for Max, I would be the kind that would say, no presents, please.
Oh, yeah.
Because, and it's not, he doesn't deserve presents. Like he has a room full of stuff.
Yeah.
He has multiple rooms full of multiple stuffs. Because that's what we do, right? So yeah, so it could be fun to do a couple of his closer friends like Mason.
Oh yeah, Sydney and I already talked about taking him to the zoo next week or something.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be. Of course, then I'm always like, you don't need to have a birthday party to make an excuse to go do something with a good friend either, right? I don't want it to feel like that. But yeah, so on the vacation front, it's that's a tough one in the bigger picture because you have to save money. You got to put money aside or spend. They're not always cheap. I know some people are like, well, you can do a thrifty. Expensive. You can do a thrifty XYZ vacation, and that's true. But I think at the same time, like, isn't when vacations have a little bit of problem or this and that, that's what makes it memorable, though. So, like, now you're saying your parents always fought, but I just think of like the strange, like that crazy lightning rainstorm in Sun River that one time that blew into the lake, and it was just like we were at that one lake.
Oh yeah.
And it was like crazy lightning catches a tree on fire, like out of nowhere. Like that was fun and funny at the time. Was terrifying, absolutely. Horrible. Couldn't see, but I mean,
like, somebody lost the keys.
Right. That was the whole like that kind of stuff is like fun. The fun memories are the unexpected adventures that happen while you're doing whatever. So I think that's, I don't know. So I would want Max to have some good memories like that where he goes like, oh yeah. So anyway, so yeah, next year we'll have to figure out a vacation plan.
Yeah, that Sun River house, that second one, that was a good house.
Yeah. No, that was a good time.
Yeah.
It was, it gets harder as my adult kids are getting more adulter. Not that that's required, but there is something about when you're renting some giant house that accommodates, 25 people with 16 different rooms, and you show up and there's just, 4 of you. That's always weird. Not that you have to like do that, but to me, that kind of stuff can be fun. So I guess if we wanted to do something like that in the future, we could plan ahead with everyone to know, hey, this is the plan. But
yeah.
Sorry, I'm yawning so much.
I know.
We've been talking about lately being extra tired, and I don't know why, but it's this farm life, getting up. However, real quick side note, this is so. Not that anyone, if you listen to the podcast, I usually get up at really early, like 5 a.m., 5:30, 6, just on my days off. Sometimes I set an alarm and I make myself get up. Sometimes I just wake up and then I lay in bed. But like the last 2 days, this last week with watching stuff with Olivia, and then now my other daughter's visiting, staying up like super late for us, which is like past 10 o'clock. We've stayed up
like
till
11.
Did we hit midnight one night the other week when we were binging the end of Wheels Bay?
Close.
And then like today slept in till almost 9.
I know Max too. He's the one that woke us up.
A miracle happened. And I woke up early at one point and I was so tired I didn't even feel like, my brain didn't fire up. That's usually my problem. Usually it's like I wake up and then I start thinking about something like, oh man, I need to put that other planter bed in. Oh, did the chickens XYZ? I better clean this or that. So it was kind of interesting. Nice that we've done a few things different recently. But
I still don't like staying up late.
Yeah. Well, you don't like staying up late and you don't like getting up early.
I know.
You like, your bookends are a lot of sleep. I'm like, hey, I'm in bed by 9, sleep by 10, get up and I do the math. I'm going to get up at 6. That's 8 hours, 5:30, whatever. If I can work it out. I like that.
I like 9.5 hours. That's like a good spot for me.
I'm aiming for 7.5 to 8. That's not a good spot. It's just what there's just too many things in my life to do because I'm doing the most, as you've probably heard. So
that's fine. I understand.
Do you now? You really do?
All right, Daddy.
Okay, Mama. Or Mother. I think Day 11 is like, oh, well, mother over here. When men call, they do that. Hey, daddy. Mother, do you think we should XYZ? So, we are soon to be done with this podcast. Right?
Yeah.
We kind of muddle through the endings. Usually, we should have some secret signal where you go, I'm Scarlet. And then I go, I'm Mitchell. And then maybe we both go, and then we say, doing the most together? What seems like the right way?
That's good.
So,
I'm Scarlet.
And I'm Mitchell.
Thanks for joining us. And we're
doing the most.
Bye.
Doing the most with Scarlet and Mitchell. Dig down the door, talking life, love, the wild and absurd. Saying what you're thinking, no filter, just words. Laugh a little louder, spill a little tea, from big dreams to grocery store scenes. They're doing the most and they're bringing you in with stories that sparkle and barely begin. So plug in, unwind, follow the toast. It's Scarlet and Mitchell.